Hey there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gunn of Breanna Gunn Enterprises. I'm a business system strategist and copywriter, and today we're going to talk about how to write emails that actually get open. I'm so glad you're here. Today is when I'm talking about one of my favorite things. That is how to write emails that actually get open, because guys, this is one of the questions I get the most. And when you are writing emails, it is super easy to write an email, think it's fantastic, send it out, and then crickets. Your open rate tanks, your click-throughs are non-existent, and you have a massive unsubscribes and you have no idea what happened. So here's the thing. There are 4 things you need to do to help increase your email open rates in a way that feels authentic and isn't going to leave your audience scratching their head. The first one of those is your subject line. And down in the description box below, I've actually linked my subject line cheat sheet, and you're more than welcome to snag it. It gives you over 30 subject lines that you can use. They're templated for you with fill in the blanks to really get those emails opened and gauge interest. Quick tip, one of the highest converting subject lines I have ever used for myself and my clients is to use their first name with ellipses. So for example, Brea ... or hey, I have a question for you, Brea, or Brea, what do you think of this? Make it conversational and you're going to get far more opens than if you don't. The second thing you want to do is to engage the reader as soon as they open your email. And you're going to do that by using second person. That means that you're going to be using you, our, we, us. You can flip into third person with they, them, their, and you can always tell a story in first person and flip it to second person, but you want to lead with a really engaging story and then get to the meat and potatoes of the email, because by the time they're invested, they're going to keep reading. Make sure that you're only using 1 to 2 sentences per paragraph. This makes your newsletter easily skimmable, and it's going to appear better on mobile. As you're doing this, you're going to want to keep the story moving quickly. That means you can use headings, you can use bullet points, you can use emojis. Emojis are a great thing to use when you're telling a story. So now that you're using second person writing, you want to create an engaging story. That story is going to draw the reader through your email. Now, one of my best tricks is to tell a saga story, and I've talked about this in a previous video, but it's a story that engages and draws them through multiple iterations. So you tell part of the story in email 1, you continue the story in email 2, 3, 4, as long as it takes to get to the end of your story. This not only cuts down on super long emails, but it makes the reader look forward to opening your email again. Now, if you don't want to run a saga story, that's completely fine. You don't have to, but it is a best practice, and it's one that's not done very often. Another thing that you can do is you can leverage a story and flip it into second person. So you can say, as I was walking at the park yesterday, this thing happened. Has that ever happened to you? You know, those times when you shift into the story. Make sure you bring the story back to your point about your business or the teaching topic, so that it's not just a storytelling email. You always want to have a point, but that story is going to draw the reader in and help them to keep reading. Remember to use headings and bullet points, emojis, and that 1 to 2 sentences per paragraph to make your content easily skimmable. Another top secret trick, this is the third thing you can do, is to use your postscript to actually sell. So you can use the entire body of your email to tell a story and then sell whatever you're selling in the postscript. P.S. Did you know that I have a mastermind? P.S. Did you know that I had this? P.S. Did you know that I have a brand new opt-in that you can get with headlines? Something like that, and put that in the postscript. That way you're not selling in the entire body of your email and it doesn't feel super weird, like you were telling the story and then suddenly you're selling. It's very, very strange. But if you tell your story and it makes sense for you to go ahead and flip to a sales pitch in the email, then do that. Don't be shy to sell in your email. Just don't do it right out the gate. All right, so your action item for this week is to go through the most recent email that you sent out to your list. And if you didn't send an email, go send one using these tips. Double check yourself. See if you're actually following these tips. Let's run through them one more time. First of all, you want to use an engaging subject line. Use their name or use one of the more than 30 subject lines I have down in the comments below. Number 2, you want to write in second person. Number 3, you want to tell an engaging story. And number 4, you want to utilize that postscript field. Next week, I am going to talk about how to stand out to CEOs and COOs in your outreach, so stay tuned.